Good afternoon. I'm Joy, and you're watching Seven Shades of a Woman show. Today's topic, we will be discussing religion and religion in school and which one should it be. Today we have with us, joining us today is Minister Tressa Curry of Fresh Anointing Ministries. There she serves as the youth minister, and she's also a mother. We also have Nikki J, Suzanne, and Nene. So, Minister Curry, can you please tell us about yourself and your journey to becoming a youth minister?
I'm a PK kid. Both my parents are an apostle and a pastor. I'm the youth pastor for, just like she said, Fresh Anointing. I've been a youth pastor for the last 7 years. It has been a long, long journey, but it has been a great one. I can't complain about it. I knew that I wanted to minister. I always knew that I wanted to. I tried to live my life accordingly so that I could line up with the word. Not saying that everything I did was right, but I knew that God had a path for me and I wanted to take it.
Okay. With that being said, do you think that religion should be discussed in school as a subject, or um, should it just be out altogether?
I do think it should be addressed in schools because the kids are, with them not knowing is the worst thing that they can do, because then it allows them to venture out and to experiment with different things without having any type of knowledge of what it is that they're doing. They're just doing it because somebody told them that they could. But I think if they understand different religions better, then they'll know exactly what's going on and they'll have their own mind to follow whatever they choose to believe.
Nikki J, what's your opinion on the different religions that they have out?
My opinion is they should be exposed to the knowledge of the different religions, not imposing them on them, but in college, as I studied world religion, teaching you about Christianity, Buddha, and all the different types, Jehovah Witnesses and stuff like that. I think that they should know, so it won't be like schools are trying to get them to be a Christian when they're Muslim or they're Jehovah Witnesses. So I think that it should be addressed as a world religion class. But if I had my own personal belief, I would say that they need to teach Christianity because that's all I believe in. But I know that also if they open up religion, they can open up more than just Christianity. They can open up where people worship the devil. So, because you have those type of people, and then especially like with the different races and stuff like that. So people start claiming religion and inventing religions. So it can cause, again, separations amongst the students as well.
Suzanne, do you have an opinion?
And an atheist. I don't understand why they don't believe in God. So I would like to know more about that. I would like to know more about the African gods and things like that, just to know, not to be converted, but to be in the know.
Exactly.
Nene, what's your opinion?
Well, my opinion is that as a child, I grew up knowing different religions. My mother was a Jehovah Witness. My dad was a Baptist. I had an uncle who was a Church of God in Christ pastor. So it wasn't that, I felt the kids who, if school were having a Christmas program or something like that, my cousins who were Jehovah Witnesses, they couldn't attend. or if everybody, and I was young and I didn't understand, I felt like their parents were isolating them, which my mom let me be open to everything. She let me celebrate this holiday and celebrate that holiday because I was in a split home. And my other grandmother was apostolic. So every Sunday I went somewhere different. And I guess that's why I have friends of all different races and I don't knock anybody's religion. Now that I'm grown, I'm Baptist, and it's just where I feel like if they have it in schools, everybody they pray their own prayer. I think that should be the thing, because when you do it like that, I remember the teacher putting up a petition, and the kids that were Jehovah's Witness or the kids that were a certain different religion sat behind the petition, or when they prayed or when they did the Pledge of Allegiance, they would go out in the hallway, and I felt like that was isolating them. But not at the same time, I was too young to know in the first grade that they had to do that.
They took out prayer in school, which I feel like that should have not been taken out. Regardless of what race, religion, or creed, you should have that moment of silence in order to get your mind together and reflect on some of the things that maybe you're going through that particular day, or things that may be going on in your life. What do you all think about that?
Well, they did bring back the moment of silence for a very long time, but what they found was that it caused the kids to become idolized. It was hard to get them back into the groove of getting their schoolwork and stuff done, because some of them didn't take advantage of what it meant. This is the time to just reflect, like you said, to reflect on your day to day. You might want to reflect on the things that you have going on that you got to do. Okay, well, I got this test coming up. Let me make sure. Or you want to pray, whatever it is you want to do. But then a lot of kids were still talking. They were playing. They did not take advantage of what it meant. So they felt like it was not needed anymore. But I think as far as us telling us that we need it in school, it still needs to be enforced at home as to what it means and how you respect other people and their different religions. You get one thing I tell anybody, I don't argue religion. I don't, because you're going to believe what you believe. I'm going to believe what I believe. And that's the way it is. I'm not trying to say my God is better than yours or what I think is better than what you think. But in the same respect, give me that respect to know that just like you believe, I believe too. And when you're doing it in school, like you said, everybody believe in different things. You said you grew up in a split home where they believed in different things. So have I. But then at the end of the day, sometimes it confuses us. Like you said, you were sitting there like, wait a minute, hold up. Do I celebrate Christmas or I don't? Is Jesus Lord or is it Jehovah Jireh or whatever? But he still said that I am Jehovah. So a lot of times we find if we get into the knowledge of it, and that's why I think that they should be able to study it in school, because if we get the knowledge of it, some of that is rooted in the same place. It's just taught different ways. And in just like they say, oh, well, this one believes that he was a prophet. This one believes that he is the Son of God. But what do they still believe? That Jesus still lived. That's right. So at the end of the day, they say, oh, well, we don't believe in, voodoo, hoodoo, whatever. But then they say, well, I believe that water is pure. Well, I believe that water is pure. He said he washed us in water. But that don't mean I'm fixing to go and I'm fixing to start chanting. No, I'm not, because that's not what I believe. But I don't knock you for believing what you believe, but I think they should have some type of understanding before they open up their mouth and tell somebody else that they're wrong. So.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, like you're saying that, that was confusing for me, because it would always be a confusion of religion. And, Jehovah's Witness, they don't celebrate Christmas, any holiday. And, my dad's family always celebrated my birthday. So my cousins used to tell me, oh, you're wrong. You're not supposed to take those gifts. And we don't do this. And I used to tell them, but I'm just me. I don't belong to I just belong to me. That's what I used to tell them. Because I wanted my gifts. I wanted my birthday cake. I was a kid. I didn't know. Yeah. And I used to feel bad because I used to be like, I don't want to show them what I got because
they didn't get anything.
And I used to feel bad, and I was like, I would want to give them my stuff because they didn't get anything. And I thought they were being mean to me. But they were just going by what they were being taught. and nobody really just broke it down to me. They would just say, well, who you want to go to church with today? Or you going to go with me? Or who do you want to go with? I wanted to go to church with my grandma because they was stomping, clapping, shouting, and I was going to have me a good old time. So that's where I wanted to go. I wanted to go where I could hear some music.
As ladies, are we doing the correct thing? Are we instilling in our children that God or whatever religion that the family wants the child to have, and just not leaving it up to school?
As a mother myself, and I've reared 3 children, my last is about to graduate. Um, I always taught them about God. I kept them in church, and no matter what you teach them or whatever, society is a lot of pressure. There's more pressure when they leave my house than me being at home. I remember being a little kid. The worst thing in school that I would have would be in the hallway if the principal passed through, because we got a paddle if we were in the hallway. We got put out of the classroom, so I didn't want to get caught in the hallway. But now I feel like you have people going into the schools, shooting up the schools. It's like that covering. When they took prayer out, that covering just disappeared. And I just feel like prayer covered us for so many years. Being a child born in 71 up until today, I'm glad that I was in that era where prayer covered us every morning, and we did have morning prayer.
And I believe that bringing religion into school won't hurt if you want to be realistic, because of the fact it's so much other things that they're praising, you know, outside of a God or Jesus or Jehovah or what have you, the different religions we talked about. And those things that they are praising is getting them into either prison or either dead. So I think that they should really focus on religion, because religion is the most traditional thing that, as an African American, that we have. That was all that our ancestors had, was religion at our weakest moments.
Right.
So I think that, overall, I think that religion should be taught, whether it's world religion or if they are able to choose the religion class that they want to attend.
Choice is always the best option.
But as long as it's taught properly. As long as it's taught properly, because even being a worker of the state, they tell us we cannot influence somebody to think the way that we think. We can't wear presidential things on our cars or in our office. We can't have our Bibles and stuff open in our office, because we can't persuade somebody else. And I think that that's where the conflict will probably come in school, is that they'll think the teacher might not be an atheist. But how can she teach on being an atheist if she's not one?
Well, they should just have the same criteria as they did like English. Is an English teacher, she teach English, math.
It means they
taught math.
specialize in that
So they're
subject.
specializing in that.
Exactly.
Because like I said, what would it hurt with the things that they're praising now? No matter what we tell them, they praising colors, red, blue, white, whatever, green.
Well, audience, our viewers, what's your opinion? Should religion still be taught in school? And if so, which one? Please follow us. Also, we would like to thank Pastor Minister Curry for coming out and joining us on our panel today. If you choose to go to her church, Faith Anointing Church, it is located at 1999 Pryor Road, Atlanta, Georgia, 30315. Thank you for tuning in to 7 Shades of a Woman show.